how foggy it is out there. Can't see anything. Okay. So, alright, here we are. Don't remember what I talked about yesterday. I do remember saying I might record at home, and I definitely thought about it, and then thought, meh, no thanks. Man, it is so foggy out. I did watch, surprisingly, Jordan Peterson last night. I was just playing some Destiny, trying to grind out Title and Crucible, and I just wanted something to listen to, so I threw him on. Well, actually, I threw Walsh on, and when Walsh's show ended, it just started playing a Peterson interview. Holy shit. And I didn't really notice it first, but I just kept letting it going, and I started listening to it, and I'd listened to Peterson before on Rogan's show, but I mean, it was kind of nice. I think, a couple days ago for Sunday, I was trying to figure out what book to listen to. I'm going to go ahead and just get Jordan Peterson's books, because it was really interesting listening to him talk. Kind of liked it. I kind of want to hear more, see what all he's about. He was kind of pointing out the fallacies we all have, going into groups and whatnot, how bad that can be when we put our group identity in front of our personal one instead of our personal in front of our group. For example, like, I'm more conservative. So if I say, hi, I'm a conservative, well, that's immediately going to divide us, depending on whether you are or not conservative. But if you say, like, hi, I'm Justin, that's like the background thing, not your whole personality, which makes obvious sense, but, I mean, everywhere we go, we try to divide ourselves into groups, and we kind of get at each other for that reason, so it's pretty interesting. It seemed like he was kind of just trying to get people to think, see things rationally, and kind of evaluate yourselves, and I think that's important. We talked about a couple things I really liked, fatherhood-wise, of how his father raised him and what that looked like, and how the American nuclear family worked, which, a mom and a dad and kids, the roles in which his dad took and formed him. It was nice. I mean, at some point, I'm gonna be a dad in the future. It's only through reading and experiencing and listening to examples that I'm ever gonna feel confident enough to take that role. Maybe that's a good place to start. That's one of the main reasons why the thought of kids is so terrifying at this point in my life, is just because I still feel, so young. I don't feel like I've got anything figured out, which I don't. I mean, I have a good head on my shoulders, but heck, I'm just getting through life. How can I know enough to bring another already? And holy shit, it is so foggy. I mean, it's like 10 feet in front of you foggy. The little bit you saw was a lot clearer than this. Those are headlights. I guess I should probably go the speed limit then. The speed limit being 60, not 55. 55 is fake, so. I really do think that this is important, just because already holding myself to certain standards now that I'm just, oh, you're over the line, buddy. Woo. Now that I'm just kind of holding myself accountable. You know, I say something to you, and, you know, if I do this every day, I'm going to have to recap on what I said before, and it's kind of a good self-motivator. Oh, I did find my debit card. The ATM did eat it, so I don't know what I was thinking when I thought I put my card in my wallet. I remember being confused. I bet what it was is that, holy shit, they look like ghost cars. Cars 4, maybe? I remember trying to put my card in my wallet and then thinking, what the fuck? That was probably me not realizing that I didn't grab the card and just doing the motion. So that's interesting how much I thought I saw it compared to what actually happened. It's kind of like how in court cases, eyewitnesses are not always considered truly reliable because depending on what your own bias is, you know, your mind will kind of recreate what happened. And mine was, of course I didn't mess something simple like that up. And yet I fully remembered, or thought I remembered, had done it right. Oh my god, I can't speak. That's interesting. Red light. I'm pretty sure I have enough gas to get to work. I hope, because when I went to my first union meeting, I was given a $15 gas card. And the only gas station anywhere around here that I can use that card at is the one where I go to work. So it'd be nice to get a free $15 of gas. Ugh. I wish I could change the angle. I want you up higher so you can get a proper view of my face, not the like bottom up. That's always the worst angle. What would be really cool, I mean, I have Droid Cam. If I can get a port between my Brio and my phone, I can just put my Brio up there and face at me. Holy shit, I need to trim my neck beard I'm accumulating. That would be cool. Then it would look like I have a jaw. I'm aware of my shortcomings. It's a short stay, so that's exciting. Yesterday was loopy. First half of the route, I just felt so out of it. Was tired, not really paying attention too well. Focusing way too much on what I was listening to compared to what I was doing, and I don't think I messed anything up. Well, I know I messed some stuff up, but everything I messed up I went back and fixed. That I know of. Hopefully we're okay. I hope I'm not like that today, because that sucked. Also, I've been drinking a shit ton of water. I normally like drink no water. Now I have this thing. It has 128 ounces, 15 cups, which is a lot. That's like what I drink in a week, maybe. I'm trying to get through that every day. I got over halfway yesterday. Problem is since my route is currently mostly in town, if I drink a shit ton of water, it's not like the country where I can just stop and pee. I mean, there are a couple places, like there's an apartment complex that if I get there by a certain time, the bathroom will be unlocked. There's a chiropractor's office, but I really don't like doing that because they're kind of regal. Well, I wouldn't say they're regal, but it's kind of a weird thing because I don't normally go in there unless I have like a package to deliver. So I don't want to do that. Right at the beginning, there's a place to go to the bathroom in the country, but I mean, you just left the office anyways, so it's not great. I mean, before you leave, that kind of wipes that point. And at the very end, there's more countryside. But you're at the end and you can just wait 5 minutes and then you're back to the office. So, I don't know. But seems to be that I'm doing okay. As by what time of day you should have what amount done. And yesterday I got to 3 o'clock by 10 o'clock. But definitely better. The point is now I'm feeling like a water addict. And what I mean by that is, previously I had been so used to not drinking hardly, like any water pretty much, or any liquid. I never got thirsty. Now, my mouth is just constantly dry, and my eyes are always kind of, I don't know, out of equilibrium. It just is weird, because my body's like, oh shit, we're finally getting water. We can start, like, asking the body for more resources. So now it's kind of like I'm imposing a debuff on myself. Man, I hope it's not this foggy when I'm delivering, otherwise somebody's gonna splatter me. That'll suck. If this is the last record of me talking, that sucks. Sucks to be you guys. Love you all, and all of my shit can be split in between Payne, Shelby, and my mother. Dad, love you too. I don't think I have anything of value that you'd want. Oh man, that would really suck. Actually, let's not die today, because I don't want that to be my last words. Make my dad feel horrible. Sorry. It's not funny. So, I mean, I've got a couple hours till I'm out there anyways. Got to organize the mail and everything. I'm sure you've gathered by now what I do for a living. I'm a mailman. I did go to college at OSU. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, this whole purpose is, one, for me to have a good outlet and to hold myself accountable, but two, for record in case somebody looks back and I have Alzheimer's and I can't remember jack shit. So, if that's the case, just put a bullet in me and carry on. But I guess if we want to talk about previous experiences, I did go to college at Bowling Green and Ohio State. Oh look, I just doxed my state. And I guess I started Bowling Green when I was a sophomore in high school. Yeah, and then my senior year of high school, I didn't graduate early. I stayed in high school, but never went to high school a day of the year. I just went to Ohio State and was there every day of the week doing classes there. I didn't have a single class at my school. Basically, the only reason I didn't graduate early and did that is because it allowed my high school to have to pay for the college and me not have to. So, fun fact, I do have my associate's degree, but I am 1 year away from getting my bachelor's, and it's probably going to stay that way. So, I could definitely do it. I mean, I had a 3.9 GPA throughout it all, but so boring. I mean, I'd spent how many years in college? Graduated in 2019, so it's 2022, so 2 years before. I've been out for a year, well, not quite a year, so I mean, I've spent a good number of years taking college classes, but I never felt like I learned anything. All I learned was how to handle stress and how to critically think. The content was abysmal. The process was useful. I did get to firsthand experience that colleges are entirely left-wing as far as professors and ideals. I mean, if you have a conservative thought at all, then if you speak about it, you're gonna off with your head, you're a stupid bigot. So that's unfortunate, but at least I did experience it and know that it is a valid thing that's happening. Unfortunate, but at the time I wasn't really looking into politics anyways, probably for my own good if I wanted to stay in college, but it didn't feel like it was doing anything. I was spending thousands and thousands of dollars to not learn much but feel very stressed. And what I really wanted to do, and honestly I would still love, is to be a chiropractor. I wanted to go to Life University in Georgia, or Palmer, but primarily Life. And I had talked with the school, and I had I was able to get in and do my whole undergrad there, and then my grad school there. I was told that I'd be accepted when I was in high school, but that's like $30,000 a year to go there, and it's a 4 or 5 year minimum post-grad, so I have to get my undergrad and post-grad. That's a lot of money, and I feel very confident I would have enjoyed learning the content at grad school, but this whole undergrad thing, it was just filler. I mean, I was going for biology because I had to have something to get me into grad school, obviously. But I didn't care about anything I was learning because I wasn't going to use any of it. So my options were do the whole thing or do nothing. And when COVID hit and everything was online, everything was online, the university required vaccine mandate crap, the masking, all that. A combination of me not liking someone else being able to impose their own choices on my body, along with spending money and not learning anything and not being interested, I said, fuck it, I'm done. Because even if I just got my biology bachelor's, I would have been able to be like mom and go be like a lab tech or a lab tech lead or analyst, any of that stuff in the hospital. But I'd be making less than what I do as a mailman right now. So, and I wanted to do chiropractic school, but I've been with Shelby for a couple years, and she was not willing to uproot and move to another state. And there's none in Ohio that currently teach chiropractic. So I would have to long distance Shelby for 4 to 5 years, which realistically that is basically impossible. Along with an inordinate amount of debt, and it would be like 60, what'd they say? No, it was like 35 plus credit hours a semester, which is insane. You wouldn't have time for a job. So I'd be living off debt while creating debt going to school, all while doing a long distance. I didn't want that. I mean, I would love to, I know I could achieve it, and I know that it would be awesome to be able to do that, but it's not worth the price I'd have to give. So instead, I said, fuck you and all my hard work. I'm just going to make a bunch of money, provide for a family, build a house, start living my life, and stop stressing constantly about schoolwork, And it's been good so far. I mean, when I'm done with work, I'm done with work. When I was at school, 100% of the time you could be spending doing studying. So 100% of the time you could be working towards achieving a better outcome. And with my mentality, if it could be better, if I'm not spending the time doing it, I am wasting the time. So, there was never ever a second to relax because I wanted the very best score I could get. And that was not very healthy. So, now I work, I make money, I come home and I do whatever I want. And that is so relieving. Plus, it opens up so much mental capacity to think and consume and do because I'm no longer just shoving bullshit in my head. I guess I'm getting on a bit of a rant, but that is, there's something to learn, is that sometimes you just gotta look at the evaluation. It was really weird because my entire life so far, I've basically been praised and judged on the merit of how hard I had worked and how smart I was for doing all this. And it was kind of my whole personality was, look at me, I'm getting an amazing GPA doing college classes and I'm like 16. And now, I mean, unless I bring it up, nobody would even know that I went. Unless they, well, I mean, I don't sound particularly articulate, but I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely brought about a whole new spectrum of thinking and realizing that I don't have to do what other people say is the best choice for someone who isn't them to achieve goodness in life. It was kind of hard because I mean, the whole time, all the way from when you were little, at least for, no, that's not it. No, that is it. From when I was little, it was always, if you don't go to college, you're gonna be a bum who can't make money and you're gonna be stupid. And I think that was pretty harmful. Plus, they told every single person, you have to be a leader. And all that did is create a bunch of people shouting opinions and unable to follow or cooperate with each other. Two very harmful things that I think came out of those lessons. But, I mean, I am happier than I've ever been, providing and building my future. I mean, I've got money saved up, a great girl on my hip, and about to buy a house, so I'd say I did all right. Life lesson, I guess, if you were my great grandkid or some shit. Do what you want, what makes you happy, and will make you successful, no matter what other people think. Do you? So, oh my god, I don't want to go to work because that requires me to speak to other people in person, which is fine, but I would rather not. But I'm almost there. And this is the longest video I've put out yet. Cool. It's still foggy here. But not as bad. Not nearly. You can kind of see in the background, it's white. I'm actually really enjoying this. I don't take enough time to just blurt out everything I'm feeling and what has happened. I kind of just move on. Again, I think it's beneficial. Anyways, I'm going to download one of Peterson's books, listen to that, do some good work, and hopefully after work buy some homeowners insurance. After that. But until then, have a great morning.